G'day and welcome back to another exciting adventure of Laxin with Letta and Steve.
So hi guys, we're here at Atkinson Dam. So it's absolutely beautiful here. We've had so much rain over the last few months. We've had flooding, as you probably know, in Ipswich, Brisbane. So we're just here camping. So Steve's going to show you our setup that we have. So I'll take you through that. So Steve, you want to give us a rundown on our new setup?
Thanks, Letta. So we've changed our setup slightly from the one you might have seen in one of our early videos, and that's because what we're trying to do is, I found that the way we designed the canopy last time, I was carrying too much stuff that I didn't need to carry every single day.
It all adds weight, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I've set it up for day use with the options of quickly putting in excess stuff for overnighters. And I'll show you what I mean as we go through. So on this side, this is our kitchen side. Starting right at the back up here, we've got our Road Chef 12 volt, 8.3 amp, 100 watt oven. That camp oven we've used several times and totally impressed with it. We use it as we're driving along. So what we normally do is to preheat it when it gets close to lunchtime, about an hour and a half beforehand, depending on what we're cooking. We will turn around, put it on, let it warm up for half an hour. This one's on a timer, so it'll only go to 45 minutes anyway. And then we'll turn it off, and then, sorry, I said 45 minutes, it's an hour and 20, 120 minutes, 2 hours, sorry. My apologies, but we'll set it for 45 so it doesn't overheat. We'll pull over and then we'll just open it up. We use our aluminium trays, or we've managed to get these cake tins and whatever else that we want to put in them. And then we just put what we want in there, everything from a meat pie, sausage roll, down to a spud steak, sausages. You can
heat it up, roast meat and gravy.
Yeah, roast
time.
lamb.
Yeah.
We've made meals on our way before we've left, and then turned around and put them in there and heat it up, and had beautiful hot roast lamb and gravy sandwiches.
Yeah.
So, and just down the side quickly, I have my 200 amp hour batteries, my King's power board, 150 watt pure sine wave inverter, and my light switch. In front of that, I'm running the King's 60 litre fridge. Now, I've had this fridge for about 3 years and I can't fault it. Once it starts running, it's only drawing 2 amps per hour. Once I've got it up and running, I use this one for a fridge. I actually carry another one on the other side that if we're going away for long trips away, we'll put the second fridge in, which is a 45 litre fridge, and we use that as our freezer. But this one sits up, it's on a 60 litre King's fridge slide as well. And then I've adapted the Adventure King's aluminium tray, which normally goes into their boxes, on their drawer systems, the Titan drawer systems, and I've modified that where it actually fits, and it gives me a pull-out with a bottle opener. Yes, it has the towel rack holders, etc.
We've also put like a little box here just because you got that empty space there. So
Yeah.
Steve puts our Aerogard, insect spray. I mean, sometimes you don't want ants going into the tent and stuff, so we spray like a little lime before the zipper.
And we don't carry gas bottles, so everything that we use runs on butane or battery power. So because we're trying to limit our fuel source of what we actually carry, when we go to light fires, and you've seen a couple people use them, we use these for lighting fires and whatever. Just screws onto your butane, $9-10 at Bunnings, and then you simply light it. You can light your fires and mozzie coils and whatever else you want to do with them. They're light, they're easy, they're good.
And everything stays in there, doesn't move. It's excellent.
Doesn't it? Right. And then just for the old school, I haven't mastered it yet, but if you have, leave a comment down below and know how to master it. That's one of those flint sticks. So I haven't mastered it yet. I'm going to keep trying, and one day I'll get it. But we even keep a flint stick.
Flint.
Flint. So in the middle here, we have up the top, I've got a single burner stove, Primus single burner stove. Had that one for about 4 or 5 years now. Swear by it. Then coming down, I have my pots and kettle and everything in the top drawer. Below that is plates, electric kettle, the whole thing. On the left hand side is my toilet roll, right hand side, sorry, is my toilet rolls and all our cups. One of the things that we do is we carry these. Loretta found these online. They're beauties. These, for those that like, they're the perfect stubby holder or soft drink holder. You unscrew it, you put your drink in there, put the cap back on.
Keeps it really cold.
Cold for a long time. So we carry one each of those. And of course down here, in the next shelf down there, I've got my spare butane bottles. And if I just move the sink out of the way for a minute, you can see that I've got my cutlery for my big knives and all that sort of stuff, egg lifters and
extra breadboard, because it's always good to have 2 breadboards.
Yeah, we actually carry 3. We carry 3. There's another one behind. Yeah, a little tiny one as well, because you just never know. And I try to use one for fishing when we go fishing. And then in that gap on the left hand side is where the All Adventure stove gets to, but I'll talk about that in the middle. And then you can
Steve, tell them about your tap that you've...
So I've run a tap. I haven't connected it all the way up. I mean, it's connected, but I haven't turned it on over the other side. But all it is I've got a tank over the other side. I've run a water hose through, and this gives me running water straight to here.
So good.
Yeah, so
fill up the kettle.
Yeah, fill up the kettle. So everything's here, the kishing, and then we've got a hot water system, so I can fill this up with hot water and then turn around and do the cold. Underneath here, while we're talking about water, I actually carry a 20-litre water tank as well. And then above that tap, I have the can crusher. Yep, I carry a can crusher. The reason why I carry the can crusher is because if we happen to get cans, I can crush them down. It's all about compact and saving room.
Especially when you have to take your own rubbish out.
Yeah.
Cans can take up a lot of room in the rubbish, so we keep them separate and then we take them to the recycle depot when we come back.
And then we've got our food pantry, which carries all our dry staples. And these nets here, these cargo nets,
I made them.
They were made by Loretta, and they do a perfect job. Nothing's ever fallen out. And I've got my hand towel up there. I've got my fire starters there. I've got more of those wooden cupboards.
Little bamboo, little dividers.
You can pick them up for Kmart for a couple of bucks. And they keep everything organised. My spices, my tin food. Can still put plenty more in there. I've got dishwashing flour, tea, coffee, sugar. What more do I want? And then coming around the front here, we have the Ranger side, because of course I have a Ford Ranger. And this Ranger sign is actually made out of resin, and it's made by Resin by Loretta. Yes, it's the same letter. So she has a little business going which does resin, work for cutting boards, coffee tables, dining tables and that sort of stuff. And she made those letters for me, and then I've put the bottle opener there. Okay. Down this side now I have a drop table, and I carry another stove. This is the All for Adventure fire pan. Also runs on dual butane stove, and love it.
It's excellent, especially if it's
Excellent.
windy.
Yeah.
You can actually cook a cake in that.
Yeah.
With some packet vanilla.
Yeah, if you want to see what you can actually cook on this, we'll be doing some...
Yeah, and what show was that showed us
That's All
that?
for Adventure.
Yeah.
So Jason and Simon, All for Adventure. Love watching their shows and where they get to go, and one day I'd like to do as much travelling as they do.
They show you how to do
but
the cake.
This is part of their range. Again, we're not sponsored by anybody or affiliated with anybody. This is just telling you what we think. I love this. I can cook everything from bacon and eggs to steak, whatever. And if you really wanted to, you can take that off, and then you can actually get a hot plate that sits in here if you just want a hot plate. But I find this does the job for everything.
We've also got the canopy above.
Yep. And then I've got the 2.5 metre by 2 metre King's awning over the top. It's the one which has the LED lights running in. And just quickly on, speaking of lights, just up here I have a light switch. And if I turn that on and Loretta comes under a bit, you can see that I've run LED lights all the way around.
Yep. Very pretty.
Okay. And on the top, we're running 100 King's 160 watt solar panel. I will be honest, I first put the 160 watt flexi King's solar panel on the top, and initially for the first 6 months it worked really well, but unfortunately with the dry heat that we can get here in Queensland, and we've had some very hot days, it just cracked and started disintegrating, and it wouldn't even charge my batteries. So I've tossed it, and unfortunately we run the same solar panels on our caravan, and exactly the same thing is happening.
Yeah, we're going to have to replace
to
them
the flexi.
too.
So I now have to go to I'm going to go to 160 watters, and I actually find that the King's 160 watter is just perfect. It's durable, easy to clean, easy to maintain, and it's not showing any signs of wear and tear. Okay,
Here
now
we've got our shower and toilet when we go camping.
yep.
So we went for the kick-ass shower. We did a bit of research. The Kings didn't have one out at the time, but we actually think this one is a bit better quality and so easy to put out.
30 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah.
30 seconds. That's the inside. We haven't got it pegged down.
It's got places to put your soaps and your shampoos, and
then up here, this tab here, if I'll get my arm in here so you can see it, this tab here is where you can put your shower rose. So that you put your shower rose on there and your shower goes down that way. We run a set of rubber mats on the floor just to keep us up off the ground a bit. And then the only thing we found was, what was the use of having a shower if it was raining?
Or a toilet in there. Yeah,
or a toilet. You wanted some form of a roof. So again, I can't fault. I've had King's awnings now for about 8 years, 9 years, and I've still got them. And they're still all in good nick. I think it comes down to, if you are going to look after your stuff and clean it and maintain it, they seem to last. Normally, when I've got these up, I'll have them pegged as well. I never risk it. I'll always peg them. It takes an extra 20 seconds to peg them, and everything goes perfectly.
It's just nice being able to go to the toilet.
Just while we're speaking of pegging, if you come over here, one of the faults that I've noticed that people are talking about the King's awning, so they come with the ropes, but you can't peg the legs in. So all I did was, I got a 12mm screw drill bit, and I drilled through the leg, ran some parachuting cord through there. As you can see, I'll just pull it up so you can see it. Right, exactly like that. And now I can peg my leg in as well. So between that and this, it's not going anywhere. And if it starts to rain and you're expecting a bit of rain, I'll drop one side. So I divert the water to where I want it to go. And I can do exactly the same on this. It takes us about 5 minutes to put this up. The shower, the toilet and the other awning. And then just around this side, this is more of our storage side. So I've made the fishing rod holders up the top here, so whenever we go anywhere I carry 3 rods. I've got room to carry 5. And then I have this is the fridge slide that I was talking about, that if I want to put in another fridge, which we've got at home, I can.
If we go away for a
if
few
we
more
go
days,
away,
yeah.
There's the tackle box. That's our toilet, camera gear, backup UHF radio. This is tools,
Compressor,
thumper compressor up here. That just simply just presses on, off. And the other thing I did too, just to save a bit of power, particularly on this side, I was in Bunnings, and Bunnings was selling these lights, and they're pearlers just over here. They run on batteries, so I've velcroed them on so they don't come off. And if Loretta flicks it on, well, that one's gone. Oh, there she is. And that gives you plenty of light of a night time on and off, and they just run on AAA batteries. So I put one there, and I've got another one up here, and that's all I need of a night time, because the light that's up here in the canopy, that actually runs on the car battery, not the batteries I've installed. So I want to try to keep the 2 powers supplied. Ryobi chainsaw. I know that I've seen some people saying that doing write-ups on them and reviews saying that they're really good, but the only problem with a battery chainsaw is being able to charge it. Well, Ryobi actually provide a 12-volt charger that you can buy for about $100, and it's a quick charger, so you can plug it into your car, or you can plug it into your power points you got out the back. I have 2 options. We have 2 options. I have a cigarette lighter plug up the back here. I have another one on the other side which runs off the car. I can charge when I'm driving, sorry. Or I can plug it straight into my, I've got so many options. I've also put the Ryobi battery holder here, where I run 2 6-amp hour batteries and 1 2.5 hour battery, and that runs everything. Because the other thing that we use when we go camping is the Ryobi fans, and we've actually found those Ryobi fans are just pearler, whether we're in the caravan or whether we're out in the Oz tent that we also have. And then down the side I've just got tools, spanners, shovels, spare shovels. Here's my collapsible shovel here, which works well. And then over this side, this is my bush knives and saw, hand saw, fire extinguisher that everybody should be able to get hold of and be able to get easy. And our Oz tent gecko chairs. And if you would have seen one of our earlier videos, you would have seen that we did a review on those, and they're perfect. Okay, we can't fault those at all. So, and then down on this side I've just got my toolbox where I put all the recovery gear and all that sort of stuff. And the only other things that we run, as I've said already on the top, I've mentioned the 160 watt solar panel. I've got the roller flat rack on top, and I've got my recovery tracks, and then I've got this made up for me. This tray here, I looked at Drifter.
Yep.
Drifter was selling a Oz tent carrier for your roof rack, so you can take the bow out of the roof rack. They were selling it for about $250. So I went down and spoke to some aluminium places, and I actually got this one made where my Oz tent lays flat. It's secure as it's meant to be, and within 10 seconds I've drilled 4 holes. I have my alligator straps, and within 30 seconds I can have it all completely secured and knowing it's not going to go anywhere.
Excellent for carting wood and stuff as well.
And then I use it for firewood. We've used it if we're going out somewhere and we need more room, like if we go down to Bunnings because we could do something at home or whatever. Can't fault it. So yeah, that's Loretta and my setup of Laxon with Loretta's Canopy, the Ford Ranger. So What do you think, Letta?
I love it.
Love it. Does us. So look, leave a comment down below and show us your setup. If you've got some ideas that you think might suit us, drop them down. Send us a line. Let us know. If you've had problems with any of the gear that we've showed you, let us know, and we might see if there's a practice or a common theme there. But, you know, like us, give us the thumbs up, follow us on Instagram,
And hit that notification
hit
bell.
the notification bell, as Loretta said, and Facebook. Facebook's the other one. Did we miss anything else?
No, all good.
And look,
Let's get out and
just get out and
camping.
get out. And Australia's open.
There's so many places close to home, with petrol being the price it is at the moment. There's so many places you can go, so close to Ipswich, Brisbane, and I'm sure in any other place that you are in Australia. Discover your own backyard.
Loretta and I, we went for, we're trying to find places just for the weekend, no more than a couple of hours away from home. And we actually did a drive a month or so ago, and we followed dirt road between Brisbane and Bow Desert. And we found this beautiful scenic track where we were crossing creek crossings.
Went up to Mount Elliot.
Mount up to Elliot was, and everything. And we're going to bring that to you on a video later on. We went back to video because of the recent floods. We haven't been able to get back down there due to road closure. But we're going to bring that to you. And the point we're going to do that, as Loretta said, there's so many places within a couple of hours of Brisbane, southeast Queensland. Let's get out and enjoy this beautiful country.
And support your local businesses too. They're
Support the
struggling.
local business. They're doing it and doing it tough. And particularly now for those that are aware of where we are, Atkinson Dam. It's over full. I was out at Lake, what's it called?
Dwyer? No.
No, the other one.
Lake Mugra.
Lake Mugra. Out of Lake Mugra.
Mugra Dam, sorry.
Mugra Dam. I have not seen it so full in over 15 years. It is fantastic. Get out. Let's enjoy this country, and we'll catch you somewhere else at another time. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye.